How do you remain consistent in your business when life goes sideways? That's the $1 million question, because I'm going to tell you that the main reason that people don't have success in this industry is because it's because they don't know what to do. But even when they do know what to do, they lack the consistency to do it. And when you lack consistency, you're not going to see results. And when you lack results, you're going to give up. So, how do you remain consistent? How do you do that? If you go on Google, the results are like the same, right? Every article is pretty much the same. And it's not that is bad. It's not that the advice is bad. They give you advice like make a decision to be consistent. Okay. Have a plan of action. Do one thing at a time. Remove distractions. Reward yourself. Build in accountability. None of that is bad. It's all good advice, and it's all stuff that you can do to keep yourself consistent. It can help you. But I want you today to think bigger, to think outside yourself, and to go deeper. So the big picture of why you must be consistent and why you must do it when you don't feel like it, it comes down to one question: if you look bigger. Okay, and I'm going to ask you to look outside yourself and not be so focused in on your success and your results and your money, but look bigger. And the big question is this. And every time you find yourself wanting to put stuff off, to do it tomorrow, to watch TV instead of making that video, instead of making those 10 prospecting calls, whenever you feel that urge, I need you to think of one question. Who will not be served by my not showing up today? Okay, who will not be served by my not showing up today? So what will happen to the prospect who needs to hear from you tonight? Really needs to hear what you have to say, who's maybe ready to get started, but because you put off the call, they never do. What will happen to the struggling mom who needs to watch your video tonight, who just needs to watch what you have to say? What you have to say resonates so big that it changes that mom's life. What will happen to the person who's stuck in life, who won't move forward because they don't hear what you have to say today? And what will happen to the man whose health and maybe even his life isn't going to improve because you selfishly didn't feel like putting your information into the world today? Now, I know what you're probably thinking. You're probably thinking, nothing I'm going to say will have that big an impact on anybody. And here's the thing. It may not be what you say today. It may not be what you say tomorrow. But it might be what you say the third day or the fourth day or next week or next month. It might be that one thing on that one day, the way you say it, that hits a nerve so the person hearing it changes their life. And believe me when I tell you, it happens. Okay, it happens. I had a lady come up to me in the middle of an event I went to, and she stood up, and I'd never seen her before. And she stood up when she saw me, and she jumped out in front of me and she gave me this big hug, and she said, "You don't know me, but one of your videos changed my life." And there's no better feeling. But then I started thinking, man, what if I'd never put that video out? What if I hadn't said that? What if I didn't feel like it that day? By all means, do all those little things, all those little tips that everyone else gives you. Make the decision, do one thing at a time, remove distractions, build an accountability. Do all that. It doesn't hurt you to do all that. But also think bigger than yourself. Ask yourself, who needs you to show up today in your business? Who needs you to do the video? Who needs you to make the phone call? Who needs you to write the blog post? Who needs you to put that status update that just hits the person at the right time and kind of propels them to make a change that can change everything for them? Who needs you to be consistent? And when you think of it in the bigger picture, it just puts it in a different perspective. Okay, so the question is then, what if just one person was helped by what you had to say today? What if just one person in this world was helped by what you have to say today? Would it be worth it? It would for me, and I'm guessing it would be for you too. So I hope this helps you out on maybe a different way to think about consistency, taking it outside yourself and putting it in a more global way. When I started looking at things this way, it really opened things up for me, and I actually started to feel guilty by not showing up. And that puts it in a whole different perspective. Not guilty for me, not guilty for what I wouldn't get if I didn't do my work today, but guilty in terms of who else am I hurting outside in the world who I may not even know, right? That is suffering more or not changing because I didn't feel like putting out the information today to the world. Hope this helps you out. Hey, we all struggle with consistency. If you're struggling, don't feel like you're alone. But try thinking of it this way. Betting it'll make a difference in your life and the life of others who are waiting to hear for what you have to say.